Hi, I'm the author Michael J. Egbert, and this is my third video to introduce to you my book, Finding Christmas. Now, my last video was spent primarily about the author, which is me. Now, I figured this video, what we do is we continue on, and as you turn the pages, the very next thing you're going to come across is my dedication. Now, this book I specifically dedicated towards two people, or at least two groups of people. The first group is to Charles Dickens, whose literary work has inspired many and millions of people to try to understand the spirit of Christmas. Now, I say Charles Dickens specifically because he, along with Alexander Dumas, as well as Jane Austen, have inspired me to be a writer. But at the same time, they've also scared me away from being a writer. See, in my life, I've always enjoyed writing, but when I read their great literature, when I read their stories, I've been intimidated by it. And so for years and years and years, I never wrote because I was too scared to throw my name along theirs. But at the same time, I can't help but just appreciate the great work that they've accomplished. And so in no way, shape, or form am I trying to say my book is going to be in their category. So please do not do that. But they inspired me to want to write when I was a kid. But the second group is actually more specifically my wife and my children. And there's a few other people along the way, but really it's about my wife. And without her support, this book would never be here. And that's just the honest truth. See, unfortunately for my family, my wife, she became ill, which I kind of mentioned in the last video. When she became ill, I had to quit my job as a human resource administrator. And I needed to take care of her and our three children who had all these therapy lessons and things that they needed, doctor's visits. And in that time, I was really struggling. And in fact, when you have children who are autistic, you're actually encouraged to have a journal to help you sort through some of your thoughts. And I hate journals. They're like the worst thing in the world to me. And what came out of journal writing was my stories. I started to love writing stories instead of retelling my feelings of the day. And it was my wife who was the first fan of my books. She was the one that believed in them before anyone else did. She was the one that encouraged me to do it. I actually wrote another book called The Tell of Mr. Harrison. It was self-published. Nobody wanted it. It's actually a really good book if I edit it, okay? Please don't go read it because I have yet to perfect it the way that I've learned to perfect over writing this book. Trust me on that, okay? That was definitely a trial and error. But through it all, my wife has supported me. And this book, along with any other book, is really dedicated to her. Because without her, this book would just be an idea that's stuck in my head. And I want to thank you guys for your interest in my book. And like I said before, if you want to show your support, please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. And if you are interested, please purchase my book through these retailers. Thank you.